Potent Pondering back with another video. Yo, come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, all that, man. Make sure that you support this channel. The Cash App is in the description. I'm going to get straight into it. So, yo, first thing first, I know everything that's going on with Diddy, the cases that were filed, the press conference they had down in Houston. Well, Wendy Williams, she came out and she spoke out about the whole situation with Diddy. So she actually spoke with the Daily Mail, and it said, according to the Daily Mail, they got an opportunity to speak with Wendy Williams regarding the pending lawsuits and investigations surrounding the disgraced rap mogul. And Williams said the following in regards to Diddy. You know how I feel about that. It's about time. So Wendy is saying it's about time. And she also shared her thoughts on how seeing the video of Cassie being attacked by Diddy in the hallway of the hotel was horrific. She went on to say, but now you have to think, how many more times, how many more people, how many more women? It's just so horrible. Yep. So now Wendy in the Daily Mail knows that Wendy let the Daily Mail know that she was also doing fine. So listen, just to go into this next story. So Diddy, you know, he's about to be hit with lawsuits from 120 accusers, and they saying that it's even a 9-year-old. Now Diddy's lawyer came out. One of Diddy's lawyers, Erica Wolf, tells TMZ, as Mr. Combs' legal team has emphasized, he cannot address every meritless allegation and what has become a reckless media circus. That said, Mr. Combs empathetically and categorically denies the false and defamatory any claim that he has assaulted, intimately abused anyone, including minors. He looks forward to proving his innocence and vindicating himself in court, while the truth will be established based on evidence and not speculation. Now, you know, I said this before when it comes to Diddy. I feel like a lot of people, you know, especially when there's so much, it's pretty much so many victims coming out, so much proof that, you know, that was picked up in regards to the free calls. I mean, just the other day they were saying that it's a video that they're trying to shop, that there's some high profile celebrity that's in the footage. You know what I'm saying? So I believe there's some truth to them rumors. There's some truth to it. So let me just read this to you briefly. So Diddy is about to be hit with lawsuits for intimate assault and abuse, and a Houston-based law firm representing 120 accusers is telling some of their stories for the first time, including allegations that Diddy intimately assaulted a 9-year-old boy. Attorney John Busby says that the wave of lawsuits will be filed against Diddy in the next 30 days. Diddy ain't never getting out. You know, today I had to look up just to remind myself, how much time did R. Kelly get? R. Kelly got 25, he got 20 years or 25 years, then he has to complete 30 years after that. Diddy, he's going to be going down the same type of path, I personally feel. So, only 9-year-old Diddy's and others have intimate. All right. So attorney John Busby says that he's aware that he has a wave of lawsuits that's going to be filed within the next 30 days, including an accuser who claims that he was only 9 years old when Diddy and others intimately assaulted him at the Bad Boy record studio in New York City. Yo, did I tell you that when I was younger, right now, I thought that I was a handsome, you know, I thought that, and this is when they came out with the big and tall stuff. And I was just like, yo, I think I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to wear Sean John, and I remember I wrote this whole letter up, and I was telling my brother, I didn't tell my brother. I wrote this whole letter up, and I was saying how I could do the job or whatever. And my brother read the letter, pretty much me bigging myself up, and I never sent it. And now I'm glad I never sent it, because we see how this is going. People going to the bad boy offices, being intimately assaulted and all that. So, yep. So he said that the 9-year-old claimed that Diddy lured him to an audition and the promise of a record deal, and then allegedly intimately assaulted him. So in addition, Busby claims that the law firm will be filing suit on behalf of the other accusers who claimed that they were minors when Diddy assaulted them, including another one who says that Diddy forced them to perform oral. Yo, Busby says that the other accuser was 15 years old when they were flown to New York City to attend a party. They were drugged and then taken into a private room with Diddy, where he allegedly intimately assaulted her. Others took turn having their way with her. Like, yo, these are people with money, and this is what they want to do in their spare time. This is crazy. This is why I believe it'd be too much. Like, it could never be too much money for me, because I would find something to do. Like, yo, we flying out, we going here, we doing that. What you need? You need your rent paid. What? I would be doing all types of stuff. I don't get it. It's like, this is why I truly believe, and I said this in one of my videos, I think Diddy did something to Quincy. I think he did. And I think that the money is just blinding him. He's enriched with all the riches, and he just that's just my opinion. So a big time attorney who also sued a bunch of celebs around the Travis Scott and Chris Brown, in relation to Travis Scott and Chris Brown. Busby claims his clients were intimately assaulted and exploited by Diddy and his associates. He says that they were typically forced to consume a drink that was laced with, excuse me, Xanilene and a horse tranquilizer. And also in here, it was mentioning that Diddy, somebody have went to the party, and if you weren't gonna take the drink, you couldn't come in the party. So pretty much they use drugs and trying to roofie you to like ply you so that you would be more feasible to assault. Like, yo, that is crazy. That is crazy. So listen, I want to move on from that. Let me know, get in the comments, let me know what you think about Wendy Williams saying, I felt like she was kind of light, so maybe I wish that she really did her podcast. I would really want to know her full feelings, because she's been around this industry for a while. So I would really want to know, like, her to really like lay it out how she feels. But you know, get in the comments, let me know how you feel about that. The next thing I want to move on to is Cardi B. The reason why I put Cardi B in my title, because I think Cardi B is toxic for the black community. You want to know what spawned this conversation? I had a chat with my friend Erica, right? And I think she watches my channel because she always finds a way to bring up Cardi B, and even I don't even bring it up. She finds a way to bring her up all the time. So I think that you be watching my channel. But so she brings Cardi B up, and she's talking about, like, you know, the situation with Offset or whatever, right? So what I say to her, and this is my example, that black women, sometimes some of y'all got it bad, and I even said this to her. I said, y'all make so many excuses for Cardi B all the time, over and over. This is what I said to her. So, you know, she's talking about, oh, well, Offset cheated, he did this, he did that. I said, let me tell you something that's really happening on ground level, right? Black women, and this is not to, I'm not glorifying it. I'm merely just mentioning the conversation just based off of what I see on the news and the internet, and just trending stories that maybe they're not trending on a high level, but I see in the news all the time with black women being unalived, taken out, body bagged by dudes over disputes, over them thinking that they cheating, and, you know, a list of things, right? So Cardi B, you know, the situation what happened with Offset, he's saying that she had sex with another man, and while she was pregnant with the baby inside of her, and she said, and did, right? So I say to my friend Erica on Saturday, so I'm like, yo, I'm like, do you know how many women are inspired by that and will like, oh, Cardi is right, she's this, you know, Cardi is right, whatever. Let your ass go out there and do that. You ain't protected like her. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you don't even, I'm gonna just say this, right? I think Cardi got some whorish ways about her, but I think this all pours into the story. This all pours into the story to push and promote her. I personally don't think that she would have sex with another man with Offset's baby inside of her. Offset was just with her the other day when she was sitting up in that bed and somebody was there being quiet. I don't care what she say. He was there. This is a ploy. I'm telling you. But the thing that, you know, when I said that to my friend Erica, I'm just like, yo, I'm like, what do you think will happen to the average black woman? Do you hear on the story, like, yo, this woman I just heard of in the news the other day, she died on September 13th. She found out that her ex-husband was sleeping around with men or whatever, and she blasted him on social media. I don't think she should have did that, but it was the truth. But he ended up unaliving her as soon as they came out of court. Unaliving her as soon as they came out of court, just over a dispute. What do you think that the unhinged, and listen, let's keep it real, look at the data. How many women perish or are body bagged over domestic disputes and all of that in our community? I ain't saying everybody, so I'm not trying to talk down. I'm a black man too. I'm not trying to say everybody does that, but listen, it happens. It happens. So you be inspired running around singing, you know, running around trying to live your life like Cardi B, applauding her online, talking about, oh, Cardi, oh, you know, yeah, you know, and it was crazy because when I said that to her, I'm like, you know, she had sex with a baby inside of her, but he was cheating on her too. It was like, yo, I promise you, every time I said something to break down like anything to break down what she said or pointing out a hypocrisy, she had an excuse for Cardi B. And then she even had the nerve to be like, well, you're right. Black women, you know, we get it hard. We can't get away with, you know, the stuff or whatever. I always say that. But why you always say that, but then you on the phone right now applauding her for the bullshit. So listen, let me tell you something. Y'all follow that Cardi B talk and chit chat if you want to. You try to enact that in your regular life with no security. And even if Cardi B did do that, she got security. She has all of that, right? and I still don't believe it. I don't believe that she would do that. I don't, because that's disrespectful. And even just getting online and playing into it is disrespectful. Maybe she don't think that her daughter one day will get up and like read through everything. Say Cardi B perishes one day. You don't think her daughter's gonna get up and read all of the stories related to her mother and her father one day? Why would you even want that out there? So this is why I'm saying Cardi B is not intelligent at all. And she got all of these black girls. I was really disappointed in my friend. Like, she made every excuse. Anything that I tried to say, she tried to break it down. Well, he did that, and girls got needs too, and it was just one thing after the fucking other. I'm telling you. So listen, let me know what you think about that in regards to Cardi B. I just personally wasn't jacking it at all, and I think that black women need to be careful with the shit that they co-sign when it comes to her. Like, what? I couldn't believe that she was like, well, he cheated on her too. So you telling me during a precious moment where you have a baby inside of you that you gonna let another nigga bust nuts in you or get a nut off on you? Are you crazy? You couldn't wait? You couldn't wait at all? It's a lie, I truly believe. But the thing about it is, these ones who are delusional, they really champion Cardi and like, he cheated, and completely oblivious to the fact that she has a child growing inside of her. But listen, let me know what you think about that. The next thing I want to move on to is Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj, she was rated by Billboard as one of the top pop stars of the 21st century. I actually want to get to my bookmark so I could see. So, okay. So Nicki Minaj isn't just the greatest female rapper to ever do it, and one of the greatest pop stars of the century. She also is one of the architects of how pop music sounds and how fandom functions, and how pop stars perceive both online and in real life in 2024. Now, some single-handed annihilation. Word to Itty Biggie Piggy. Now, this person who wrote this article about Nicki Minaj, they also said some nasty things about her that people were pointing out, right? And I just want to bring this up really quick because I felt like this was distasteful. And it ended up being some Megan Thee Stallion Beyonce fan. And Billboard, they have to get this shit together when they hire these people to do these articles and stuff, because it's like, this is, even though this isn't in a magazine and is being like publicized all throughout the world, it's like, it's still searchable through the World Wide Web. And this person, they pulled him up. They, showed his Instagram and things like that. I went through it and looked. But I want to just read to you what he said. And I'm just going to break down my opinion of what he said after this, right? I feel like this was unnecessary. So, they said in regards to Nicki Minaj, in the same breath of giving her kudos, at the same time her allegiance to alleged predators and abusers embrace of problematic conspiracy theories and weaponization of her and her fans' parasocial relationships, all our truths are wait. Okay. At the same time, her allegiance to alleged predators and abusers, embrace of problematic conspiracy theories, and the weaponization of her fans and her parasocial relationships are all truths that are unerasable from Minaj's legacy. A provocateur in the truest sense, Minaj knows the buttons to press, and she always is ready to Hulk smash them. She's fearless in that way, but it's her seeming fear of being replaced and cast aside that keeps her demanding the spotlight like any great pop star, and watching her grapple with the battle is a priceless front row seat to the madhouse that is the 21st century fame. This motherfucker is stupid. You're stupid. The guy, like, first and foremost, ain't none of these bitches who dropped albums or anything even competing with Nicki on that level. Let's address the situation where they said that her allegiance to predators, right? I will say this, like I said before in other videos, what Nicki brother did is not on her. That's not on her at all, right? Now, this is what I want to say. I'm a fan of Nicki. I have to reiterate this. I'm a fan of Nicki. I'm not a fan of Kenneth Petty. I'm not. I don't do commentary to be noticed by Nicki. I do it because I enjoy it. I love to talk about female rap. I like that, right? But I don't make these videos to be noticed. I don't be on station head trying to get on her station. I don't do that. I'm not like you. Maybe if you do that, that's you. I don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can give my pure, unfiltered opinion. So when it comes to people like giving their opinion when it comes to Nicki, when they just saying like, who she's associated with per her husband, the thing about that is how I feel is that People have the right to feel how they feel. Just because I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, I cannot tell you. What if you like, what if the person doesn't fully understand the case or what happened or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And what if they just decided, well, you know, she's associated with this person, I don't want to fuck with her, I don't like that or whatever. I can't tell them not to. What I said is that when Nicki, you know, Nicki has the right to love who she loves, but with dealing with somebody, you have to realize what comes with it. When a person write this article, this was unnecessary. They didn't have to say that. But there's people in real life who do feel like that. You know what I'm saying? They bring it up all the time, like, oh, she's with this, she's with that. I think Nicki figured it out that she that's who she chose to love. And you know, unfortunately, I'm not going to be in the comments fighting every person who says something about that. I'm just not, because at the end of the day, she chose her fate. I'm a fan. I'm staying in the fans' place. Nicki come out with music, I'm gonna buy it. She come out with any type of product or whatever. If it's within within the means or a product of something that I want, I'm gonna purchase it. You know, but I'm not gonna be online arguing with people because they saying like, oh, Nicki deals with this, she does it. Now I seen some people being ugly online, and they were saying like, oh, they're contacting somebody in Chicago because, you know, her and her husband or somebody was around the park or whatever, and he wasn't supposed to be there. I seen some emails. Some people are just outright ugly, right? I don't applaud that. What I'm saying is that if a person has a stance and they feel as though like, oh, I feel this way or whatever, right? I'll debate you with the music and all of that. I'm not debating over nobody cases. If you don't want to support a person, if you feel like certain things, like, you know, you can't get with, I'm not here to debate people up and down. I see people do that and it's tiring to me. It's tiring. I don't have time to do that at all. I just know that when it's time for a rollout, I'm supporting. When it's time for the tour, I've been to the tour. So many people talk a lot of shit and they ain't even been to see Nicki on tour. You could never make me feel any type of way for having my own opinion at all. You can't. You can't. It's just an unfortunate situation, because you know what, really truly how I feel, like back when Nicki was dating Lewis Hamilton, right? You have to realize how the industry and everything shifted. This is my personal opinion. When Nicki got with Lewis Hamilton, things started to shift, and it's like Cardi, she was on that gang shit, right? Now Kenneth, he's somebody who's familiar to Nicki, and he ain't gonna play about her. I just felt like Lewis Hamilton just could not fit Nicki lifestyle. So Nicki reconnected with her ex Kenneth Petty. Nicki understood what that came with, and you know, as when they started dating, it started to come out slowly. They started to talk about it, like, you know, who is Nicki Minaj's boyfriend? And then it was like one thing after another, and it's like I felt like people in the industry, they didn't expect her to have a sold out tour. They didn't expect her album to do good or anything like that. So it shows that she still does have that massive support from her fans, but I felt like these people thought that that was going to end her. To me personally, how I feel from like a business standpoint, I'm saying I see that Nicki still, you know, she killed it. She did her thing, but I do feel like when you're associated with somebody like that, it can make a person feel a type of way. Like, it's this lady on YouTube, I really respect her. I'm not even going to say her name or whatever, right? But I respect some of her commentary. But she was even saying, like, I think, remember when Nicki had mentioned that whole thing with Foxy Brown and Aaliyah or whatever, she was just like, well, Nicki, look who you are look at who you are associated with, or whatever the case. And it's not Tisa Tells. She was like, look at who you associated with. She was like, right message, wrong person. And I was kind of upset about it, because I just don't like people to talk down on Nicki. But that's when I think I realized myself, like, people have the right to their own opinion. You cannot go around and just, I mean, you can do it if you want to, but I cannot just go around and just parading and just like, no, this, that, typing all these long paragraphs. People gonna feel how they want to feel, baby. Just keep supporting Nicki if that's what you there for. I'm not supporting Nicki for Kenny. I'm not and I could feel firm in saying that, because you know what? I'm not a fan who's trying to, like, it would be dope as fuck, like, to come across and cross paths with Nicki or whatever, right? But I'm not pining to do that. So I can say this in this video, and then somebody will probably be like, oh, they see me trying to meet her, and they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna use this video against you. I'm not in it. I promise you, I'm not. I'm very comfortable in my life. I don't need to do that. You know, my content, it grows as it grows. I don't need to do that at all. what I have an obligation to do is to say what's truly on my mind and my heart. Now, I could have opened up this camera and I could have just been like, well, yeah, that person was wrong for doing that. That's messed up. Everybody's trying to sabotage Nicki, which I do think some of them try to do sabotage her by doing stuff like that. Because then a lot of the stupid fans, they end up retweeting that and commenting on people who posted it, bringing them more traction. Y'all blow it up because a lot of y'all are stupid. You don't even know the power that you have. I see a lot of big pages who blow up a lot of stupid shit. A lot of y'all just cuckoo in the mind. You don't know your true power. And that's why you sour. Y'all don't know y'all true power. A lot of y'all running around don't know your true power. So listen, it could have easily just said, oh yeah, they're trying to sabotage and this Rock Nation and this, even though we know they do some things. But some people apply that shit to everything. That's not the everything for, you know what I'm saying? Some people, I think that a lot of people, especially when Nicki had stated her disdain for Jay-Z, and then when she said that robot on timing, and some people felt like it was Beyonce. You even seen Zach Campbell, he even tried to say like, oh, he would drag Nicki for Beyonce. I'm not dragging Beyonce. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not dragging Beyonce. I'm not dragging Beyonce. I'm not dragging either one of them for each other, right? I'm not at all. I don't get into that. I think that's whack because I respect Beyonce and I respect Nicki too. So it's like I start dragging one of them because no, I'm not doing that. I'm too old for that shit. We all the same age. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all. So yeah, you either like my opinion or you don't. At the end of the day, I'm not begging you for it at all. You know what I'm saying? Potent, pondering, never pandering. Listen, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the whole Diddy situation. These 120 accusers, 9-year-old. The youngest is 9-year-old. When that happened to them, Diddy is done. I don't think he's ever going to see I don't ever think that he's going to get out. And they said that they denied him for the 3rd time on bail. They say he tried to offer like what, 100 million. He's done. He's done. Let me know what you think about Wendy Williams' comments as well. And that Cardi B situation, that shit really threw me for a loop. I wanted to come and do a video on that over the weekend, but my friend had me fucked up when she said that. She was just like, well, she had everything that we spoke about. She had an excuse. And then we even spoke about being, you know, black women. And she was like, well, yeah, I understand. Well, if you understand then why you condoning each and everything that she does. Shit made me sick to my stomach. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I'm up out of here. Peace.